Hello and welcome to Consciously Awesome Living. I'm your host, Sheila Applegate, manifestation life coach and the creator of Consciously Awesome Adventures. And we're talking about designing the life you desire and deserve. So today, I think we have probably the most important tool. I think I say that every week. It really is about bringing all of these together. But today, the most important tool is joy. And this is what I'm calling you to consider. Let joy be your compass. Let joy lead you. And I want to talk to you about the other day. I was in a conversation with my kid's father, and we now have two young adults, and he was talking about their journeys, and he said, you just, as a parent, you just want them to be safe and not to have to struggle. And then he said, but really, you just want them to be happy. That's the most important thing, is that they're happy. And I thought that was so profound, because that is the truth, right? We may want things. We're talking about designing our most perfect life, but what is it that we're really wanting? Why do we want the perfect job or the passionate career? Why do we want the intimate relationship? Because we want to be happy. We want to feel joy. Yes, we want peace, but in that peace, we want happiness, right? So as he was speaking, if your life is full of free of struggle and you don't have obstacles, that doesn't necessarily mean you are fulfilled in feeling that joy or happiness. So when we are looking to design our life, we usually are thinking, oh, we want to reach happiness. And when we get this done, when we do all these things that Sheila tells us or someone else tells us, then we will finally have what we want. And when we get what we want, we will be happy. But what if we put happy or joy first? And I'm going to clarify why I say or joy. But what if we put joy first and we choose joy now? And we focus on joy now, and then we let joy lead us to the perfect life that we would like to design. That's a pretty cool way to think of it, don't you think? So the reason I said I'm kind of switching from happy to joy, and really I know they're interchangeable, but I want to move now to the emotion of joy inside of us, that essence that we can choose, that doesn't have to be determined by the outside events, right? Which is kind of what their father was indicating when he said, well, I don't need to plan their life, but I really hope that they're happy, whatever they do. So it's not that we have to plan it out and get this so we will be happy, but when we turn it inward and we find that joy within, and we notice what brings us joy in each moment and start choosing that, letting that be our compass, then the life we design will already be in alignment with joy, and we won't have to go get it. It's here for us now, and it's here for you now. And we just have to learn to shift our attention into that. And it sounds easy, right? Like, just be in joy now. I am not advocating that you ignore pain or obstacles or grief or anger. We've talked about that before. I'm all about embracing all of the emotions, because when we're comfortable with all the emotions, we do not have to leave joy to the side when we have one of the more difficult emotions. So I can go through my day and I may be grieving or sad for a day. I've said I'm savoring sadness today. I may wake up and today just feels like a sad day. And if I don't have something that needs to shift, or, that I have to shift for, or that is showing up in my life that's going to shift it, I might say, I think it's a rainy day. I think this would be a good day to just kind of dance in sadness. That joy inside of me doesn't leave. I know I'm choosing this, and I know I'm okay. And I know that that joy is there whenever I want to shift to it. And I also can even feel joy in savoring that sadness because I'm here on earth experiencing an emotion. And that's a pretty unique experience that not a lot of spirits in all of eternity get to have, but we get to have that. Same thing with anger. Anger is passion, and sometimes a little anger in our life feels good, gets us moving, gets us motivated, and that energy may feel like a wake up and it feels like, okay, but joy didn't leave. Joy can be right there. And I can even still know that I have joy and I'm still experiencing this right now. So when I say let joy be your compass, I'm not saying suppress. I think that's that nullified piece that sometimes we think will bring us that joy we're seeking, but it really doesn't. It brings us an absence of discomfort sometimes, but it doesn't mean that it brings us passion, creativity, or joy. And I think that most people want that. Now, you may be someone who's just like, you know what? I have had enough passion in this life. If there's other lives, I'll come back and do it again. Right now, I just want peace. I don't care if I'm numb. I just want peace. If that's how you feel, that's designing your perfect life. And in a sense, the idea of having a non-emotional experience does bring you joy. Just want to point that out. It may not be exuberant joy, but there's some joy leading you to that. So I'm not telling you how you should live your life or what that should look like or how creative or passionate you should be, but we can put joy first and we can watch that unfold. And I've always had that as part of my way of being. I think that's been kind of my default. But I did experience something a few years ago where I consciously made a decision to let joy be my compass in my business, in my career, in my work. Not just in what I was doing. I was already joyful in what I was doing, but in the business side of things, when I would say yes to a project or no to a project or um, any little minuscule thing. Do I want to invest in this now? Do I not want to invest in this now? Um, all of the little tiny details I shifted and I just consciously decided that I would base every single decision on joy. Now, that didn't just come from me. A friend did tell me about um, the Esther Hicks. So, Abraham and Esther Hicks, that's a channeling team. And then her husband was Jerry. And so if you've heard of Abraham and Esther, then we're talking about them. They developed their business plan because it really is a business behind the scene if you're trying to get, even when you're trying to get the message of Abraham through or channel, they made every decision based on joy. So maybe not in those words, but after each event in the early days, Jerry would say to Esther, did you have fun? And then if she said yes, he'd say, do you want to do it again? And then if she said yes, then they did that again. And that's how they made their schedule and their plan. And so with that information and where I was already headed, I thought, yeah, I am going to just try this. And so I started just consciously stopping. And anytime I was faced with a decision, I tuned in and I felt the joy level, let's say, the joy level inside of me. Did it feel like I was moving towards joy? Even if it was something that would be hard or maybe challenging in some ways, or was the core pull to it, was the compass to it joy? And if it was, I said yes. And if it wasn't, I said no. And I stopped trying to figure out what is the right choice to make. And I started asking, what is the joy choice to make? That made a huge difference. Not only did I have more joy right away, and I was living a pretty good life, in my opinion, but I got way more joy. I took windy turns like I usually do, but the turns that I took just kept leading to more and more joy and more connections. In fact, it was shortly after making that decision that I connected with Solivity. And here I am on Solivity, enjoying so much this community and this team, all that we bring to the world. I also connected to a beautiful group in Europe where I met people who were very like-minded and like-hearted, and that amplified things. And from that, I connected to Helena, who we had on the show last season, about the Joy Keepers Network. And now I'm one of the, I'm on the leadership team for the Joy Keepers Network. So when we take the step to choose joy first, that allows us to enjoy the journey to designing our life, but also it allows us to feel the way to the direction. And it takes out a lot of uncertainty on where we're going in that creation. So, in a minute, we'll be back and I will take you through a joy meditation so we can help you spark that and really choose to use joy as your compass and see how that goes for you.
Are you ready to take that first step towards true, unwavering inner happiness? Are you like thousands of people who have everything they need, not want, but need, and still can't seem to find happiness and fulfillment in their lives? If so, the Steps to Happiness show is for you. On my show, you will learn about the principles and practices that lead to true inner happiness. Because guess what? It isn't found in our external environment, but within ourselves instead. Together with my guests, we will explore the latest physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual well-being practices. And together we'll advise you on the actionable steps you can take towards a happier, more fulfilled, authentic life. So I invite you to join me each week on Solivity TV on the Steps to Happiness show with me, Teresa Greco.
Life is full of moments. And when sickness breaks your momentum, from the 5 a.m. stomach bug, or stress and anxiety at work, don't forget you have Teladoc. Great care options by phone, video, or app. 24/7 access to doctors. And access to therapists 7 days a week. From anywhere you are. Day or night. Whatever it is, we're always ready to help. So you can get back to enjoying life's best moments faster. Life is good. Enjoy it well.
Visit a doctor today without even leaving your home. For as little as $19.95 per month for a family plan, you get access to board-certified physicians as often as you need it. And there's $0 for medical visits anytime, anywhere. Register now by visiting solivity.com/health perks. That's solivity.com/health perks.
Thank you for tuning in to Beauty and Gratitude with D'Angelo Thompson. That's me. We're going to focus on beauty from the inside out and gratitude being the cornerstone of your life. I will have amazing guests from all walks of life, from wellness experts to beauty, tech, fashion, you name it, they will be here. And we have amazing names coming up in the near future. So tune in every 2 weeks, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Solidity TV or Solidity Magazine. Thank each of you for watching, and focus on life, focus on gratitude. Thank you.
We work so hard sometimes. Isn't it time for a break? Take a walk or enjoy nature, or maybe a leap or a ride, or even a dip. Spending time with a friend, or some time alone. Whatever it is, always spend time growing and learning with a Solidity Weekend. Every Saturday at 10 a.m. Eastern, right here on Solidity TV.
Hello and welcome back. Are you ready for a joy meditation? I think that we will get right into it so that we can bring up as much joy as you can possibly experience today. And again, you could listen to this again later, or you can just kind of mold it into your own way of being. But I do encourage you to tune into your joy and then use it as a compass as you move through your day. So let's get started. You can close your eyes if you're comfortable. That will help you imagine. Remember that everything I say is just your job to just allow it to come alive in your imagination, to see it, feel it, imagine it, sense it, smell it, all of it. All right? And don't worry about it. Think about it later. Just experience it now. All right? So I'll have you close your eyes and then take a deep breath in and release. Breathe in love and release hope. Breathe in joy and release passion. Continue to breathe deeply and rhythmically as you feel your mind and body becoming more and more relaxed. All distracting thoughts just float away like puffy white clouds in a bright blue sky. They have no power over you. And as you sit there very relaxed and comfortable, just allow yourself to imagine beautiful pink gold bubbles all around you. Giant bubbles, tiny bubbles, all different sizes coming towards you and popping as they touch you. And each of these beautiful golden pink bubble is filled with joy. And when it touches you and it pops, you get a little bit more joy that you can feel absorbing into the cells of your body. Just imagine that beautiful light popping through the bubbles and entering your body until your entire body is illuminated with this beautiful golden rose, bubbly colored light. And feel that energy. It's a deep, peaceful, joyful energy that you're resting deeper and deeper into. And then imagining yourself just floating in this soft, bubbly pink joy. Bring your attention to your heart, right to the center of your heart. And as you look in the center of your heart with your imagination, begin to see, feel, or imagine a little golden ball right inside your heart. That is your joy compass. And now, as you focus on that golden ball, just allow your mind to wander, thinking back to a most joyful, beautiful moment of your past. Maybe allow yourself to go into the childhood nostalgia. Maybe as far back as when you were a baby, giggling at the first time you saw flowers, or a butterfly, or just up at the sky, the awe, the beauty. Even if you can't remember, imagine what it would be like to be a brand new baby, discovering everything. Imagine that you have been born into the most loving, joyful family that has been waiting for you for so long. And they're giggling with you, and they're doing everything they can to make you laugh. And just as you imagine that, notice the joy compass inside of you growing bigger and bigger and bigger. And then maybe move your imagination to later, a few years later, again in a joyful moment. Whatever a joyful moment is for you, a birthday, Christmas, a trip, going to school, being outside, dreaming, whatever it is. Just allow yourself to find a moment in your imagination of a childhood memory of joy and feel that. And then look for the next one. As you get a little older, find a moment in your teenage years, and then a moment a little longer into your life. Depending on how old you are now, you may start passing your earth age right now, but in your imagination, you're going to take it right through the future. So when you cross that line of your current age, think of something now, something that's happened recently that was joyful to you, or something that you imagine happening, that you daydreamed about. Just rest into that feeling, see it, feel it, imagine it. Notice the people, the smells, what you are doing, and then feel your joy compass growing again. And we'll go a little further out into the future. What you imagine could happen in a year from now. Something you would love to have a joyful moment celebrating. Maybe it's an accomplishment. Maybe it's just a peaceful day where you have no responsibilities. A day in a spa. Whatever you imagine, feel that joy. And then in the next one, imagine yourself now in a joyful moment, but you're looking around at the people you're with. Notice the people, maybe who they are, but most importantly, how they are. Are they feeling your joy? Are they offering joy to you? Are you offering joy to them? Or is it a peaceful, soothing moment where you're offering compassion and allowing your joy to be gentle love? Just notice that. And then feel it in every cell of your body. And as every cell of your body feels that, your joy compass gets bigger and bigger and bigger. Until now, it almost feels as if it's bigger than you. Like you are standing in it, in a beautiful golden ball of light. And in this beautiful golden ball of light, you know exactly what next step to take. And the next step after that, and the next step after that. Because you can feel into your center. And you're feeling now all the different aspects of joy. And you're allowing yourself to imagine the different ways that joy can show you, lead you, and fill you. And how you can carry this beautiful joy as you move through time and through your life, creating and exploring and meeting new people. all of it, while encompassed by this beautiful joy compass. Knowing the next step and the next step, and feeling very quickly when you move in a direction that doesn't feel correct and joyful. It doesn't feel joyful. No worries about correct, just doesn't feel joyful. And when you reach that moment, you move over just a little bit more until you find that moment of joy, and then you keep moving forward. Just breathe into that, and in that breath, feel the love and the joy of all the people around you. And then opening your eyes, keep feeling that energy, that beautiful joy. Keep imagining yourself in a golden ball of light. Your compass can either surround you or you can hold it in your heart, but it's there with you in every moment, leading you through life, navigating, amplifying your joy in every moment. Doesn't that feel amazing? How are you feeling with that? I know it might take a minute to come back, but you know what? You are back. You were here the whole time. That joy is yours. Keep it. Feel it. Don't feel like you have to come back to reality. Let that be your new reality as you move forward. And as you do that, maybe make an intention to say yes to things that you would not normally say yes. Try out new things with your joy compass and see what happens. And let me know. I would love to hear from you and know how your joy compass is working. And a wonderful place that you could reach me and reach out to me would be in the Joy Keepers network. You could go to joykeepers.org and let me know how your joy compass is working. And also, we have some exciting news coming. It'll be there when you get there, or it will be um, the second time you get there. So check out joykeepers.org and reach out and let me know how your joy compass is going. Also, we have a Consciously Awesome adventure starting soon in January. So you will want to look into that adventure filled with community and love and adventure and manifesting and creativity. It's a wild creative ride that has changed so many people's lives, helped them to live in that joy and be in that space they desire. So have an amazing, wonderful, joy-filled journey today, and we will be back next week. And be sure to check out some of the other shows on Soul Livity TV because they will bring you joy also.